What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up? How you doing? How y'all feeling? It is your boy Sanchez 405 coming at you. It's on the Warpath, y'all. If you are new to the channel, make sure y'all drop on in. Make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notified anytime there's new content posted onto the channel. As always, appreciate it. We are getting close, inching close. Every day it seems like we're getting closer to 1,000 here. Just wanted to come to y'all with a quick stream as I'm pulling up some information here. Let me see. Pull up some more. Pull up some more information. And there we go. Pull up some more. Let me see here. 487. Okay. Yep. But we are here and we are live. Just waiting for some folks to come on up in the building here. And then we'll get this rocking and rolling. What's up, JD? What's up, man? How you doing? So yeah, we'll get started here. Like I said, quick stream. Got some stuff got to take care of later today. So we're gonna do that here. So big news coming out of Washington, of course, is the depth chart for the Washington football team, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, and then Jack Del Rio and Dwayne Haskins addressed the media today. I've learned a lot about these two cats, and I've learned a lot about media personnel who cover them, and I'll get into that a little bit here in a little bit. So the key thing that's coming out of the depth chart right now, this is unofficial. We got to keep it right here. It is unofficial. It's an unofficial depth chart. What's up, Skins fan all day? Depth chart's unofficial, but this is what I took away from what I saw. And the glaring thing is the media's been talking about who? Antonio Gibson, who's number one on the depth chart. That's J.D. McKissic. Now, that doesn't mean anything to this point. It does not mean that McKissic is going to get more carries. It just that is who you got there. What's up, James? How you doing? It's just what the team needed to put on paper today. Adam Schefter, I would show it to y'all, but Adam Schefter just had this very blurry copy. And you're starting offense, looking at the offense. The starting offensive line is kind of what I told you all earlier. Jerron Christian is the starting left tackle. Sadiq Charles is behind him. And then David Sharp is the third tackle there. And then you have Wes Martin at left guard. You have Chase Roulier and then Sheriff Moses round out the right side. Logan Thomas is your starting tight end. And what was even more interesting, we heard a lot of things about Marcus Baugh. He's third on the depth chart right now. And Jeremy Sprinkle, who a lot of people didn't think he was going to make this team, is the second, the backup to Logan Thomas. And I granted that's the reason why he's there is because he's the only tight end with a lot of tight end experience. I think Logan Thomas would come in a far second to him. And we know Jeremy Sprinkle has had his struggles over the last since he came into the league, not the last few seasons. And of course, you've got Dwayne Haskins. A lot of people made a big deal that Alex Smith is the third string quarterback. And I told you all when I gave my preview for the 53-man roster, I thought that Alex Smith was going to make this roster, but he was going to make it as like a third string quarterback, that inactive type that you'll see on the inactive list on Sundays, and that's exactly what he is right now. He was throwing around Dwayne Haskins, no shock there. He is the starting quarterback. James says he wanted Gibson to start. You know, to this point, I don't think it really matters. Thank you, Skins, for sharing out my live. Appreciate it, bro. I don't think it really matters who starts at running back. I know you got to get in that rhythm and everything, but at the end of the day, I look at it like a defensive tackle spot. It's really who's got the hot hand at the moment, and they'll figure that out. But yeah, and then your wideouts, your starting 3 wide receivers are going to be McLaurin, Steve Sims, and Dontrell Inman, something that I don't think a lot of us thought was surprising as well. So a lot of things outside of the J.D. McKissick start is probably everything else makes sense. It falls in line there. Defensively, 2 things that we tried to figure out here. What were the linebackers going to look like? And what's this secondary going to look like? And I'm going to pull up. If you give me a second, I'm going to pull up on my phone because Adam Schefter, I'm looking at it on my computer right now, and it looks horrible. Let's see if I can find it here. Here we go. So you're right here. You've got Chase Young starting at defensive end. Doesn't say what defensive end. What's up, Typical Zach? How you doing, man? I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you just coming by here. I appreciate you just watching and your support. Appreciate it. So Chase Young, not a surprise, right? Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat. That's going to be your linemen. They didn't say what side the linemen or the defensive ends are going to be on, but we'll figure it out. Ryan Anderson will back up Montez Sweat right now. Looks like Ryan Kerrigan will spell Chase Young. And then the linebackers, the big thing, the huge thing right here, you had a combination of Sean Deion Hamilton, John Bostic, Kevin Pierre-Louis. Jack Del Rio talked good about him in his press conference, talked about how smart he was. KPL, who this is going to be his first opportunity to start come Sunday. So I look forward to seeing what Jack sees in him. John Bostic, who was our Mike linebacker last year, he's going to play starting middle. And then Sean Deion Hamilton, who was paired with him in that 3-4 defense at middle linebacker as well, moves over there to the outside. Kendall Fuller, Ronald Darby are your starting cornerbacks. Landon Collins, Troy Apke are your safeties. What's up, Ready Red? How you doing? What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. And then your special teams, which I thought was pretty interesting as well. Steve Sims Jr. is your kickoff return, is one of your kickoff returns along with Antonio Gibson. And then you have your punt returner, Steve Sims, but he will be backed up by Isaiah Wright. So pretty much a lot of things from what I'm seeing here is not very surprising outside of the running back situation. And McKissick, which I'll pull his numbers up from a year ago momentarily. Let's take a look at them. I'm doing my best Pedro impression right now. Got to pull up the stats. Let's see here. And it's coming on here right now. Okay. Let me see. Get that a little bit bigger. There we go. Boom. So here we go. 27 years old. Just turned 27 a few days ago. Less than a month. And these are his career stats right here. 2019, he was a 200-yard receiver and rusher. Has more receiving yards because it did start out as a wide receiver with Seattle. Appeared in 16 games last year on that bottom line. 3 games he started. He did appear in that game against us. 200 rushing yards, had 205 rushing yards, no touchdowns there, and had 1 touchdown receiving. And, one thing that Detroit gets a knock on is that they are they've really had a revolving door at running back. So he hasn't really had the opportunity to, seize a moment or something like that. And we'll see. We'll see to that degree. Let's see here. I like to take a look at his game log if I can find it. Will you pull me up a game log? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, James. I think Gibson, like I said, I think it's all semantics, though. I don't think, like I said, this is unofficial. And granted, there's only one rookie that's starting, but I think we could see a lot of these rookies playing a lot. So I don't know. I'm not like selling the farm on that just yet. Also, I forgot to drop the link here. If you want to come on, chit chat, talk. What do you think about the roster? And y'all tell me what you think in there in the comments as well. We're not on Periscope today, but yeah. So that's your depth chart. I did find an interesting article too from Washington Wire that I recommend everybody go and take a look at. Zach Neal wrote it, and he talked about 8 things that we noticed, and I kind of went over them myself too. J.D. McKissick is number 1 back over Antonio Gibson. Chase Young over Ryan Kerrigan. I didn't think that was too concerning right there. What's up, Outlaw? What's up, John? How you doing, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Okay, Kyle Allen's the number 2 quarterback, and that was another shock right there to some folks' system. But I'm like, come on now, it's not too bad. Cole Holcomb, Thomas Davis aren't starting. Thomas Davis and Jack Del Rio, when I get in his comments, he did say that Thomas Davis was a little banged up. You have Sadiq Charles, who's the backup left tackle right now. So it's telling me that his calf injury is healing. So that's a plus right there. Matt Ioannidis, Jonathan Allen beat out Matt Ioannidis. And then Kendall Fuller was actually practicing. He doesn't really have any injury concerns. And then, like I said, Steve Sims, who looks like probably your slot guy, is going to be your return specialist on both sides of the ball. So on punting and kicking. And so Jack Del Rio, Ron Rivera was not at practice today, and we know why. He did have his first cancer treatment. He was, and they knew about this 2 days ago, so it wasn't something that caught him off blindside, but is going through those treatments. I think they said it was his first day of treatments for the carcinoma. So prayers going out to Coach Ron there. But Jack Del Rio filled in. He did more from the defensive side of the ball. They did ask one question where it was about the running back situation on the depth chart, and he deferred to Scott Turner. A lot of good things here. Didn't really have he didn't have an update on Ron Rivera, but they said they expect to see him sometime this week, probably tomorrow. Talked about how he adjusted from it. Ron Rivera's been in a situation like this similar. In Denver, I think he had to take over for a game with John Fox. He's been a head coach in 2 stops in was it Jacksonville and Oakland. And then talked about Thomas. They asked him the big question is Chase Young going up against Lane Johnson. And to that degree, he said, we don't know what side Chase Young is going to be on. Not Marcus Peters, but Jason Peters, it was reported that he is going to move outside back to left tackle. So 38-year-old against a 21-year-old prodigy. I can dig it, y'all. This offensive line that the Eagles have, they're out of a lot of gas here on the offensive line. The defensive line still concerned me on the opposite side, flip side, and I'll go preview that later this week and doing some research on the Eagles and some fun facts I found out too. So that's going to be a little bit interesting. We still going to flatline them Eagles, though. I hear you. Why are Skins fans so quiet on weekly projections? We need to support our team. You're right, Yin Yang Domain. I don't know. What, you think I'm quiet on this prediction? Yeah, give it. It's a long week. It's a long week, man. We got the build up. The build up is coming. We're gonna be there. Let's see here. So yeah, we don't know. Jack Del Rio was kind of mull on that. So he like what he likes about Chase is why they drafted him. Pretty much, he's smart. He's quick. He's physical. He's gonna get on it and go. Talked about relaying his message to this defense as well. Okay. All right, man. I hear you. I'm gonna give my predictions here. I tell you what does our team name start with? A W? Might be something similar. That's what my prediction is going to be. So know what you're doing. He said something. You need to know what you're doing, where you're going, and play fast. He said that multiple times. So I don't think this is one thing that excites me about this defense is he used the word fast. They got to play fast, but he talked about them being smart, knowing where they're going. I think that's a message that has been drilled. I think Ron has said that a couple times in the offense. So Jack is relaying that message right there. So that's showing me that they're on one accord, even though they may have that situation where Ron might have to step away for his treatments, or he might not be able to take it physically. Now we know that the last time we saw something like this was in 2012 when Chuck Pagano had to go through his chemo therapy and everything for the leukemia that he was diagnosed with, and Bruce Arians came through and took out for him. I would come on, but I'm busy at work. Skins, you know you ain't busy. You run the place. How can you be busy? Huh? How can you be busy, brother? They did say he did highlight that Fuller and Moreland were back in practice. Fuller had missed a couple practices due to injury, and it seems like that's a non-issue now for the squad. Corners, he feels good about what they're doing, focusing more on their technique and how they're going to navigate and play. They did ask him if they see if there's a big wide receiver coming out, and this is a fun thing about the Eagles, right? And I'll say this again on my preview for the game. The Eagles did not have a wide receiver with over 500 yards last year. Let me see here. I got my notes. Where am I at? Alshon Jeffrey had 490 yards receiving, only 43 receptions. So no wide receiver had over 44 catches and 500 yards. Their leading receivers were their two tight ends. They only have two tight ends on the roster this year, and Miles Sanders was the third leading receiver. So Ertz, Goddard, and Miles Sanders were their leading receivers. So I don't know how you can. We need to talk about Deshaun Jackson. If Deshaun Jackson is healthy, man, I think they'll be fine. They'll be fine with Deshaun Jackson. Let's see here. So then Jack Del Rio, I took a lot of notes on him. They talked about the linebackers, which I had brought up earlier. He did talk about Thomas Davis and the injury that he's been banged up. So that's why he's the second linebacker on that listing behind Sean Dion Hamilton. And that's why it's the base group on paper right now. And he talked about, somebody asked him about the rotation. Are they going to do a rotation? And he said the same thing with the corners. He's going to go roll with the hot hand, see where they're going. It's about adjustments and everything like that. This is stuff we didn't hear last year, boys and girls. We didn't hear about making adjustments, going on the fly. We knew in that Eagles game that this team was not about making adjustments. They will make adjustments this year. If they go up 30-0, if they go up 17-0, I don't think they will relinquish a lead, because they're going to make the proper adjustments to stay and maintain that lead and build upon that. When your opponent's down, You need to go. You need to go. Don't slow up on them. You run them into oblivion. You burn them up at the stakes. What they do? What they do at Salem in the witch trial? They didn't let them. They didn't let the people. They didn't question. Oh, she's a witch. We're gonna put them on the stakes. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna cook eagles all day on Sunday. Burn them at the stakes. Red, I don't know if I said what's up to you, but if I didn't, I'm sorry, bro. I just saw your comment again. Like I say, he deferred the question about the running back situation. That would be for Scott. Let's see here. Talking about the immediate impact that they can have on defense. You're talking about attacking and how they need to be. They need to know where they belong. Talk about being attacking. Talk about playing fast. This is what they're doing. Fast. We're going to see a speed. We are going to see a fast defense. Something that Carson Wentz probably isn't familiar with this team. Anytime you go on Monday night and get sacked and run out the hole and get a first down. Somebody asked about Philadelphia and Miles Sanders. And this was Chris Russell. Chris Russell is a dumbass. I'm sorry, boys and girls. I'm just going to say it. From 106.7 The Fan. He asked not about the starting quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, how you prepare for him, but he's asking about packages for Jalen Hurts. What? You know it's going to be Jimmy rigged if it's something with Jalen Hurts up in it. But why ask it quick? Why don't you ask about Carson Wentz? This is a Pro Bowl quarterback. Over 4,000 yards last year, 27 touchdowns, 7 compared to 7 INTs, completed 60-some% of his passes. How about stopping him? How you gonna stop him from dinking and dunking? I ain't worried about no damn Jalen Hurts. How do you break him? Like, we need to go. Look, here, I got it right now. Got my Bane mask on. How do you break the bat? How do you break the eagle? That's an awful Bane, but still, that's what you got to do. You got to break King Eagle, the most emasculated quarterback in the NFL. You got to, right? So that's a dumb question. That's why some people don't need to come in there and ask questions, right? What's up, War Child? How you doing? A little late, but I'm here. That's right. Hey, wherever you are, however you may be watching, listening, thanks for making me part of your day. James saying, what's up to Ready Red? We need to challenge their secondary. It's, oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, chicks dig the long ball, right? That's what you got to do. Put them out of the game. That's right. You're going to have to go after Wentz. You got to go after Wentz with everything. Everything. But you're not just going to do, you can't just do it at the point of attack. You're going to have to send linebackers after him too. Maybe blitz a corner off the edge. They're going to prepare for this line. They are going to prepare. They're already down, but they're going to have their blinders up, boys and girls. How do you kill the chickens? I mean, stop the Eagles. How do you do it? They're endangered already. Take them down. But what you're going to have to do, you got to get to Wentz, right? You've got to contain Miles Sanders. I don't think Deshaun Jackson is fast. But if you get one good hit on him, he's out for, if you look at him wrong, he's out for 3 to 6 weeks. Alshon Jeffrey, there was rumors that they were going to try to trade him. So I think they know what they have. Zach Ertz, how do you stop him? How do you stop Dallas Goedert? If one of them gets hurt, they're in trouble. They don't have a tight end. They don't have another tight end. And I'll get into this when I talk about Dwayne Haskins' comments as well. And like I said, he talked about KPL. This will be his first time to start. They said it seemed like the light went off on him, something that that he hadn't seen in the tape that he saw when he was playing with Chicago down the stretch last year. The light bulb finally came on for him. He's very bright. He's explosive. fast that keeps on. That word keeps on coming up. Fast, fast, fast. We're going to keep on saying it. You got to break fast. I'm not talking about ham and eggs and all that stuff. You got to break fast on that quarterback. Said they knew 2 days ago. Yep. So that's all Jack Del Rio said. It was good press conference. He's very open, very forward with what he was talking about. Very intentional, very deliberate. He didn't want to give away a lot because it's early, and you don't really want to give away the house because you know your opponents are listening to these things. I'm really concerned about how they're going to use Steven Jackson. Are you talking about Deshaun Jackson? War Child? But yeah, I mean, I'm not too concerned about their wide receivers. I'm concerned about. I think what we'll see is that Eagle squad that we saw in the last game, a team that's a little young, but they've got Arcega-Whiteside. See what he can do in his second year. Excuse me. People talk about us not being impressive, and I can see that. I don't blame them for saying that. I don't blame them for saying that at all, because they don't know. And people can say the same thing about us, but there's something on this Eagle squad outside of Miles Sanders and potentially Zach Ertz. There's nothing that scares me about the Eagles. How do we stop Deshaun in motion? I mean, if Deshaun even plays, I don't know. Like, you can't get him. You can't let him get behind you. That's the one thing you got to do. You cannot let Deshaun get behind you. And if he does get behind you, you got to make sure. Maybe you might want to shade him on. Maybe have Apke shade over to him. That's the one thing I can think of. That way you have that safety net. Skin saying, what's up to Yin Yang? But that's the only way I think you can stop him, if he is even that big of a concern. Let's take a look at it. I got my phone here. Let's take a look at Deshaun Jackson and see. Let's see. Well, they talk about this. Here's a fun stat I found from the Inferno Fantasy Football Show. Though not left on bad terms, Jackson in revenge games averages 97.5 yards per game and is playing the same team in week 1 as last year. He went 8 for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns against his former team. Against his former team, an inept defensive coach and everything. So, let's see. And I even take a look at Deshaun Jackson's numbers from last year, because he didn't play us the second time. Let's see. Bear with me, y'all. Deshaun Jackson had 9 receptions for 159 yards and 2 touchdowns last season. How many did he have against Washington? So you mean they say he was out the rest of the season, only had 1 more catch outside of that? Come on now. He'll be 34 in December. He might can still ball a little bit, but I don't think he's as big as concern in as many years as he's been. Like I said, we've got the coaching staff now that can handle them, that can do the due diligence to make sure that they are that they're right. They're in the right spot. I think that they will adjust. Jack Del Rio, he keeps on alluding to that. So you won't have to worry. I'm not worried about Deshaun Jackson. I'm more worried about Miles Sanders, Zach Ertz. Not really worried about their wide receivers. So, and moving on from the defense, offense, QB1 spoke, Dwayne Haskins. And I've said this all year. I'm impressed by this brother. I continue to be impressed. It's like what he does, like some people are impressed by it, but I'm like, I expect it out of him. Talked about what he needs to do stepping forward, talking about being more, have the ability to anticipate rather than react to situations. And that's what he did a lot last year. Having a good control. He talks about having a good control of the offense. He was talking about success. Somebody asked him about success and what does the success of this team mean. He gave a very encompassing answer. It's talking about controlling the offense. I would say win. He said a lot of people will talk about it in numerical sense. Well, yeah, that's what you do. But his answer was so bright. He talked about having a control of the offense, right? He talked about having energy, having the demeanor, having a coach. Key phrase about his relationship with Rivera. He said, having a coach that believes in him. I think he used the word actually in there. We know it. We knew that Jay Groot didn't want him, but for him to say that, I think is all telling because he talked about it. I may be critical for a second, but like we always say, nobody can affect your mood. Yeah, to a point, but if you are and we've seen it over the last 2 months, how toxic the culture was. You wouldn't want to go to work in that situation. None of us would. So I don't fault him for that. Let's see here. I think I left one of my notes. He talked about a little interesting fact that he was talking about was the fact that he uses chess to help him with processing during the off season. So like he talked about the anticipation of moves and everything, is that helps him train. And I think he works with some other quarterbacks. He didn't mention any names there. They kind of geeked out about that as well. The media did. But yeah, he's talking about bringing it on himself. He said it's very different from last year because he didn't expect to start coming into the season. This year, he is the unquestioned starter. Hopefully, we get to see the C on his chest or on Sunday. Let's see here, and then I'll read a couple of tweets here from some quotes. They actually talked about Ronald Darby. Somebody talked about Ronald Darby. I think Ben Standish from the Athletic had talked about him, saying that it was kind of weird not having Coach Rivera there today. Standish also said, how does Dwayne Haskins define success this season? More wins, sure. Helping a team with a better demeanor. Yeah. Yep. And he talked about avoiding bad plays also. That's one thing I forgot. So yeah, he said if it's a check down and doing it for it, don't fight. Don't play ugly. Play smart. Don't throw that ball into double coverage. Darby knows how to cover all them guys. Yeah, he does. And what's interesting enough, you bring that up, and I talk about it, so I guess I'll go through my little preview notes with the Eagles here. And I'll have some more later on. But they had 11 interceptions last season. That was 22nd in the NFL. Four players had 2 interceptions. That led the team. One of those was Ronald Darby. 3 of these guys aren't on the team anymore, in addition to Darby. McLeod, he is the returning leading interceptor. He had 2. Jalen Mills is at safety this year. He had an interception. A lot of these corners, and Dwayne had brought that up as well. A lot of these corners aren't there this year, so they have to go on their anticipation and old tape that they've seen. The one thing about Philadelphia that really concerns me and that could really screw with him, but he did well against it. And they brought up, do you take any solace in what you did last year against the Eagles, where it was kind of like his coming out party, and he said no, that was last year. And what are you gonna say? That was last year. Even if that game was last week. It was last week. Doesn't mean it guarantees you anything. But that was a game where we saw it seemed like he finally started to get it. He started to put it all together. The offense started clicking. Now, like I said before, you've got a new coordinator, a new system you're learning here. So how long does it take before everything starts meshing again? Some of these guys are familiar. He did talk about, I think he talked about Alex Smith and everything, and how Alex prepares, and looking up to him as well too. And that, it brings me up to another topic, and I'm not going to bring this Alex Smith thing up ever again. Alex Smith doesn't have a receiver or running back on this team that he played with, and that was in 2018. Trey Quinn and Adrian Peterson were the last skill position players that saw the field with him. Jeremy Sprinkle, too, if you want to put Jeremy Sprinkle in there as well at tight end. So there's only one dude that could have caught a pass from him. And then you've got your offensive line. You think about that. You've got 3 returners in that respect. So there are only 5 players on this entire offense that played with Alex Smith. And Alex Smith was a quarterback just in 2018. So you're talking about in less than 2 years how this offense has shifted, how it's gotten younger, how it's got, it's green behind the ears. Hopefully we're not going to be green behind the ears against Philadelphia, but it is what it is. Let's see here. And like I said, I'll drop this link in here again real quick. You want to come on? There's the link right there. Come on, talk to me. What you thinking? What you thinking about this Philadelphia game? We'll have a live stream on Sunday, and then we'll go into a post game. Should have some folks on there. Y'all can come on the panel. We'll talk, see what we're talking, see what we're seeing, and everything like that. Hey, how you doing, Purple? What's up, Purple? Purple, you Saints fan, Purple? Aints fan? Yeah, I think you're. I don't know. I don't remember, but they got a big game coming up this week against old Tomska Bay. Maybe we can come back on and see Red's team get boned out by the Rams in those bone uniforms that they're gonna be wearing. But yeah, it'll be a live stream. Come on by, pop in. I know a couple of folks are going to be doing a live stream, but hey. Oh, okay. I didn't remember. I knew you were down in Louisiana, so I didn't know. I didn't know. Is that Skins fan all day? Yeah, I think they're going to do one live from they're going to go to a sports bar up there in DC and do one live. I think him, Ed Oliver, Big Simple, King Ivo, some of those cats are going to go up there, and they're going to be live streaming from there. And I think Rico from Street Scores is going to be doing a live too. I hear you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I wish you could find a better team to rep outside of that one team down there, Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones ain't no better than the Saints. Yeah, old Burgundy and Gold fan all day. Skins fan. We still call them Skins. Ooh. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be, I think we're going to see a new team. I think it will be an ugly game. Hey, how you doing, awesomeness? I think you'll see an ugly game. I don't think we're going to see 30, 40 points thrown up on there. I do say, as in a neutral spot, that you will see, you'll either be pleasantly surprised or you're going to be devastated. I don't think there's going to be well, you know, it is what it is. This one will hurt if we lose this one. I'm not going to lie to you, because I think that this team, for the most part, they've got a lot of stuff. They got a lot of crap that they've got to put behind them. And what better way to get a monkey off your back than to go out here and win against your division rival, a team that you've lost to 6 times in a row. A lot of these games haven't really been close as far as the point total go. They're averaging about 31 points a game against us in this six game winning streak, and we're giving them 18. You're going to win like that. That's almost doubling up right there, boys and girls. You're not going to win football games. Some of these scores, I mean, that shutout and how the whole team, how it's kind of crumbled. But you can put a lot of this, I know there won't be fans there, but you can put a lot of this to rest, and you can give a lot of people, you can get the palate wet. You can get your palate wet again, right? You get it? Like I got this water. Oh, look, good product, right? You know, you play good football, that's going to be them fans coming out there, them dirty Dallas fans, them freaking Philly fans, and them gastric bypass looking Giants fans. They won't be coming to FedEx again. They're not going to overrun this thing like it's Black Friday at Walmart. No more. You win ball games, you shut people up. You shut some of our fans, because then they be coming out the bushes. They be like, huh? What? Oh, yeah, I'm a Washington fan. That's how I'm a Washington fan. No. I'll say this, Jay it ain't Jay running the show. No, you're absolutely right, Yin Yang. That's something we can put behind us. It ain't Dustin Minuski running that defense anymore. The defense that never made an adjustment. It seemed like the defense never blitzed as well. You're going to see aggressiveness. I think on third down, that's where this game will be won and lost. Third down in the turnover battles. If you win both of those, I think you're going to win the game. And if somebody can come up with a forced strip fumble off of Carson Wentz, they're going to be all right. Carson Wentz, who still has yet to compete in a playoff game. I actually was reading an article. They actually think the Eagles have an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. I'm like, what? I'm like, I didn't know American was still making toilets, right? Like, what Super Bowl? They're not going to no Super Bowl. It's a joke. The Eagles, I just don't see it. They've lost their starting left tackle. They had to move they've got to move a man who should be qualifying for AARP next year as their left tackle now. So you put Chase Young on him. You let him speed him out. See what happened. I love it. I would be salivating. Because you don't have to be too much. He's already slow. We know Jason Peters is slow and fat and right. Lane Johnson. Montez Sweat can handle him, right? Yeah. You do still have Kelsey up there in the middle, but this defense showed up. There was a turnover. I think there was a turnover, right, in that Eagles game last year. But I don't see us. I just don't see it this time. I see us playing a competitive game. I think Doug Peterson and them, they're still, and I can tell you this because I'm a Washington Capitals fan. I think that the Eagles are still in the Super Bowl hangover thing. I really do. It was their first championship, and they're still reveling in that. And they think they can go out here. They've got back-to-back 9 and 7 seasons. Previous year, they didn't make the playoffs. And then last year, they backed into the playoffs. They had to win 4 straight. This last year, this was a team who was better in the second half If literally and figuratively in ball games, because they were getting outscored by opponents in the first half. And we saw that Washington game, the Redskins game, was a sample size of that last year, where they did not come out they didn't come out the ball in the first half. And then in the second half, somehow they got sneaky good. That caught up with them when you can say Jadeveon Clowney put a dirty hit on Carson Wentz, but we know Carson Wentz is an accident waiting to happen. He always is. It's always something with him. Like I said, he is the most emasculated quarterback in the NFL. We're beating them in the bookends. I got you, JD. I like it. But Carson Wentz, like I said, it's always something with him. He is the greatest injured quarterback in recent history. He had good numbers last year. I'm not going to take that away from him. He was great in college. But who did he play? Yeah. Anyone know how to pick up all the Skins game without DirecTV? I got DirecTV, bro. Well, I don't have DirecTV. Let me see here. I don't know any sites. Anyone who anyone know? Yeah, okay, I read that already. You saying Luck? You saying Andrew Luck, JD? Or are you talking about just Luck in general? But yeah, he could be in the vein of Andrew Luck. I'll give him, because he didn't win a Super Bowl. Oh, Batman streams. No. Batman. What's up, Dubs? What's up, man? What's up? Calling me doing live. You know better than that. But yeah, I think that this squad, Dwayne Haskins, okay, that is the difference, because Andrew Luck didn't have good offensive line, where Carson Wentz has had one of the best lines in the league. Yeah, I mean, he's had good receivers now. I mean, Alshon Jeffrey isn't nothing to snub at. He's had him for all but one of his years in the league. He's had Zach Ertz, an elite tight end, probably one of the top 5 tight ends in the league, and he hasn't had a playoff game. He got hurt in the only playoff games. He's had a great center. He's had a pretty reliable left tackle in Jason Peters. Even though I give the old man discredit there, he's had Lane Johnson at right tackle. The guards have been solid for the most part. So, in the defense, he's had a defense that can help him out. The Eagles' defense wasn't anything to turn the nose at, especially when they run the ball. Now you could throw the house off of them. Oh Lord, Nemo had the phone. Let's see. Y'all be sure to check on primetime. Some of y'all don't know about. That's all right though, man. Because y'all get embarrassed on primetime when they christen that new LA Castle. So it's all good, family. Every game will be streamed on YouTube TV. That might make you want to buy YouTube TV. There you go. There's one right there. Damien. He said they're gonna stream them Bears games. Red saying what's up to the Dubs family. Yeah, we don't want no primetime games. I was actually looking at the numbers today. They were some abysmal numbers in primetime. Let's see. Running scare. Uh-oh. It's already starting. Okay, Franklin. Watch it. James, I'm not going to say that. I would never say that. I want us to break him. Like I said, don't make me bring out Bane. I'll bring out Ben. We must break the eagle. We've broken the man, but we must break the eagle. Oh, no. I've broken the eagle. I now must break the man. A horrible Bane impression. I know, but still. I gotta get up early for y'all's game. You gotta get up early. Brother, what you doing? It's noon. It's noon on a Sunday. You need to be up by that time. That might be the only win you see. That's gonna be the only. That's the only NFC East win you're gonna see this week. I'll put it on it. But yeah, you can get up. You can get up, Ready Red, and you can come on chat with us. I think we're going to be a lot better than people give us credit for this year. We've had some bad coaching, but I don't think we have on talented players. And Ron and Jack will fix it this year. Yeah, I think Ron and Jack. But your X factor on the coaching staff, honestly, is going to be Scott Turner. That is your X factor because we know what Jack Del Rio can do. We have an expectation. Our expectations are low for Scott Turner. So what he can do, and really, this is North Turner's redemption in Washington. You think about that. This will be North Turner's redemption. Okay, if you think about it, if he can come here and his son can get this offense to clicking, and what his dad couldn't do, get this team to be a respectable offense. And it was a respectable offense in 99, but they struggled a lot of times on defense. They've never really had the defense. But if you can get Scott to get this offense to work with this young man, Dwayne Haskins, hey, Ready Red, who's your weed dealer? Why you smoke so good? Really? Huh? So here we go. Here's the Tyrone Bigham quote of the day, y'all. The Dallas Cowboys will be averaging 40 points a game this year. That is your Tyrone Bigham's crackhead statement of the week. I like that one, Ready Red. I do. I'm going to call you ludicrous now. Tyrone Bigham's ludicrous, one of them. What in the world? 40 points? To be fair, Norv really, Norv really didn't have a quarterback. If he coached Trent Green, we'd have a completely different option. Yeah, but I think Brad Johnson kind of made up for that. I think that Jeff George kind of was the crux in that made that issue where I think Norv finally had his established quarterback in Brad Johnson. Although Trent Green, they let Trent Green go, and then Trent Green got hurt, and in St. Louis, they won a Super Bowl, and then he was out in Kansas City, where he had some great years in Kansas City. But I think it's fair enough to say that I don't know Brad Johnson, but yeah, I mean I can see where you make that argument though, JD. It's not an argument, but that point. Tim Settles can handle these guys. I'm predicting 5 sacks, and Wentz is sidelined. Please, God, please, yes, please. I love it. Y'all give me these predictions. Here we go. Here is crackhead quote again. Like Wimpy from Popeyes, we eating 40. Oh, y'all eating 40 burgers, so y'all giving up 40 points again against the Rams? Against Jared Goff, you can give up 40 points? See you, Yin Yang. Thanks for coming by, man. Come on, Ready Red. You got to stop, fam. You got to stop with that. Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean it's true. I mean I can see that, but Brad Johnson threw for what 40? Threw for 4,000 yards. Brad Johnson was a game manager, but he did have that one anomaly season. Let me see, Trent Green. What old Trenton do? The 6-8 as a starter, 23 touchdowns. Let's see. Kid from Indiana. Let me see here. Had a great year in 04 with Kansas City, but they were 7-9. That's the one thing about that's the one thing about Trent Green was they had those 2 seasons. They were kind of outliers. Other than that, he didn't win. He won 13 games one season, won 10 in 05, 03, won 13, was bounced out of playoffs in the first round. And I think in 2010, he only made the playoffs once and didn't win a playoff game. Trent Green never won a playoff game. There we go. I don't know. Brad Johnson got one playoff game and a Super Bowl. And granted, he played with Tampa Bay, but I just say, I know, man. I know, Skins. I know, man. I'm 78. So y'all know somebody that's not subbed up to the channel. Y'all make sure you tell them that we need to sub up. We're getting close to that green cash mile. I do have my PayPal and Cash App and Venmos in there. Skins will tell you I hate saying that, but I'm just going to do it. If you want to help out the channel, I greatly appreciate it. That'll give me a little bit of extra change to do giveaways. I am going to do a giveaway here at 78 subscribers, 78 family members away from doing that giveaway. So don't forget that. Warpath. Warpath. Someone came on this week. It seems like the night before Christmas, no one talking, not even. You know what? I'm going to say this, and I've been bullish a lot of times. Well, not bullish. I've been very mull on a lot of things. I'm just going to go after it. We're going to have some crap talking on here. We're going to have fun. That's exactly what we're going to do. If it's, I'm going to bring you the facts, but I'm going to tell you why I think we're going to win. I'm going to be the Black Larry Michael. And that means no sex scandals either. And it is an S with Corey S, right? So, hey, it's an S with Saying Child 405. No, you don't have to call me scary, but we're going to get it. We're going to have our skin tangibles, right? We'll call them Washington wipeouts or something. I don't know, but we'll find something about it. Let's see here. Cowboys not doing a damn thing with franchise tag Dak. That's coming from a Mitchell Trubisky fan, too. Oh, Lord. Red, you ain't right, man. You ain't right. Oh, boy. I've got to get this thing set up for my for my league. I've got to get this set up for Anna's league, I'll say. She's drafting 6. Our defense is going to come into Dallas on Thanksgiving and eat all their food. Yes, we're going to come. I don't know, John. There's too much in the future, man. There's too much. We're looking too much in the future. I worry about Philadelphia. I don't care. I don't even know who we play next week. Arizona. But, I don't know who we play next week. I don't care who we play next week. I'm about when it's I damn sure don't care about who we playing in November. Let's see. Let's see. Whew. But yeah, I'm getting ready to set that up now. It's the Sleeper League. Anybody ever done that? It'd be my first time doing it. And it's just for fun. So no cashier. Can't do that. But yeah, I'll be back on here probably either Thursday night during the ball game. Apparently I'm supposed to be on Juan Gotti tomorrow. So I think ProTech and I are supposed to be on there with them. So that don't forget to check that out. I'm going to do some updates to the channel here. I did update the logo to make it more here. I'll show it to you guys. I think I can. Can I? I can. No, I have to take myself off. But right here in the corner, you can see that I've got a new logo. That's going to be the intro to any recorded video. I can't point right there in front of it. It's right there by Joe Gibbs. So updated the logo. When they do have a team name change, it'll change again. But I did update the logo on everything on YouTube, on StreamYards. You'll see all that. But yeah, I'm excited for the season. I'll give you a more in-depth preview of Philadelphia coming up here either tomorrow or Thursday. I'll do that, or maybe even Friday. Heck, Friday, maybe Saturday. You know, why not Saturday, right? Oh, Lord. Today is the 8th, right? Not scary, Larry. Fried chicken will be tasty. The Eagles, I will say it this way, y'all. Die, Eagles, die on the road to misery. But y'all, I'm hitting up out of here. I gotta go do this thing. But I love you guys. I appreciate all the support that I'm getting from you. We are on a mission to 1,000. I know I wouldn't have made it without all y'all support, and I'm gonna keep on saying it to nauseum. Why they shine? What's up, Shineization? He didn't fit the scheme. That's what. That's why he didn't do it. That's why he was released. But yeah, I'm excited, ready for the ride. All regular season, there's going to be a video. There'll be at least one video out every week, and hopefully, I will do a live stream for every game. Probably, I think there's only 3 games this year I can't do a live stream for. It's the actually, ironically enough, it's both games against the Giants and Thanksgiving, because the Mrs. will not let me get out of Thanksgiving or hosting Thanksgiving at our place. What's up? What's up, Juan? We going live tomorrow, Juan? Is that right? I don't remember. Let's see here. No, I didn't know, man. I forgot. I know we talked about something, but yeah, I'll be there. I will be there, but just let me know what time. Just shoot me a message in the Twitter, and I'll be right there for you. And we'll have a good time. Looking forward to sitting down with you and Protect. Redskins 28, Eagles 24. I can live with that. I think that's a high score, but I think the burgundy gold does come out on top. I'll tell you more about that later in the week. But as always, I love you guys. I appreciate it. Like, comment, share this out, subscribe. Appreciate everything you're doing. Some new updates coming to the channel. I'm going to have to get everything. I just ordered a new computer so I can do some bigger and better things. Love you guys. Love, peace, and hail. I'll be talking to you real soon. I'm out, y'all.